Nothing has shaken the expectations of the global music industry more than Jungkook's return from his military service. Within days of his official discharge, speculation began to emerge from various corners of the entertainment world. Not about a new song, not about a public appearance, but one crucial question: who will Jungkook collaborate with next? This question not only teases the imagination of fans, but also quietly provokes anxiety among competitors in the Western music industry. His track record is too threatening to ignore. Jungkook is not just a member of the most influential boy group in the world. He is an anomaly in the industry, a young vocalist from Asia who was able to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with his solo debut, defeating senior American artists in a way that seems almost unreal. And now, as he returns without any official announcement of a new project, it is precisely the silence that sounds the alarm. A major collaboration is being prepared behind the scenes. One name that immediately emerges is Jon Bellion, the main producer behind the global hit 7. Jon is known not only for his credentials in the pop industry, but also for his sensitivity in shaping a unique musical identity for every artist he handles. The fact that Jon has mentioned Jungkook again on several occasions post-military service has led to suspicions that a follow-up collaboration may have already begun, even before the public realizes it. Many predict the next work will be much more cinematic, with a more raw and atmospheric vocal approach, a natural evolution of Jungkook's now technically and emotionally mature voice. But equally strong, the shadow of Charlie Puth continues to haunt the map of possibilities. Their 2022 collaboration in Left and Right was not only a commercial success, but also became a benchmark for smooth cross-continental harmonization. Puth himself has never ruled out the possibility of working with Jungkook again. Charlie's minimalist production style, when combined with Jungkook's now more stable and daring vocal articulation, could create a duet that far exceeds market expectations. Rumors that they are considering a modern ballad funk theme for their next project have begun to strengthen in fan discussion forums. Meanwhile, from the fashion realm, speculation about an exclusive collaboration with Calvin Klein is becoming increasingly undeniable. Jungkook has been the global face of the brand since 2023, and various silent movements, including his sudden trip to the United States, indicate that a visual project is being designed. Many suspect it's not just a regular ad campaign, but a JKXCK capsule line with designs that represent Jungkook's identity more personally and artistically. This is not just about clothes or brand promotion, but about redefining the position of a K-pop idol as a global fashion entity. However, when we talk about cross-genre collaborations and public expectations, two names continuously mentioned by the international community are Doja Cat and Ariana Grande. Jungkook has shown interest in both for a long time. Doja offers experimental visuals and sharp lyrics that could be an intriguing antithesis to Jungkook's melancholic yet technical vocal style. Meanwhile, Ariana, with her vocal power and history of iconic duets, is considered the perfect vocal partner to create a grand ballad or contemporary R&B pop work. So far, there has been no confirmation approaching reality, but the intensity of speculation suggests that this collaboration is no longer in the realm of impossible. But of all those possibilities, the most tangible and most anticipated project is Jungkook's second solo album. Many believe that his next album will no longer simply chase the market, but will explore a darker, more intimate, and braver musical expression. If Golden was a declaration of mainstream pop strength, then the next work is predicted to be an artistic manifesto. Names like Blood Pop, Ryan Tedder, even experimental musicians from Eastern Europe are starting to appear on the list of rumored producers. Not only that, rumors are circulating that Jungkook wants to incorporate elements of traditional Asian music into several tracks, a signal that he will expand his musical narrative to a truly global level. What makes all of this more interesting is the silent strategy Jungkook is playing. There is no official announcement,
No countdown, no teaser.
but it is precisely in that silence that the public feels the pressure. A major breakthrough is about to happen. A single collaboration could change the direction of the global industry. And Jungkook seems to be very aware of that power. Collaboration is no longer about who is more famous, but about who can produce a deeper cultural resonance. Jungkook is moving in that direction, not just building a solo career, but rewriting the standard of global collaboration in the post-K-pop era. So the question is no longer, will the collaboration happen? But who is worthy of standing next to Jungkook as new history is written? However, as this speculation develops, one thing cannot be denied. We are now standing in a gray area between reality and collective expectation. The collaborations mentioned earlier do sound logical, tempting, even almost undeniable when viewed from the direction of Jungkook's current career. But the fundamental question that must be asked is, are all of these really happening? Or are we merely victims of narratives constructed by social media algorithms and mass hope? Let's be honest. Most of the information about Jungkook's possible collaborations does not come from official statements, not from agency announcements, and not from global music industry releases either. Instead, the main sources come from viral TikTok content, speculation on Twitter, opinion videos on YouTube, and fragments of comments from international forums. So how can we be sure that all of this is more than just a collective projection of fans? We must ask, is today's media creating a new reality based on the emotional engagement of the audience? When a fan edits a fan-made video that pairs Jungkook with Ariana Grande, then the video is viewed by millions and shared thousands of times. Doesn't that create the impression that the project is real, even though the fact is otherwise? This phenomenon becomes even more complicated when influencers and alternative music news channels begin to publish unverified information. Phrases like "believed to be in talks," "reported by a close source," or "rumored" have become a normalization of misleading narratives. This is where the public needs to take a step back and ask, can we still distinguish between expectation and reality? Or is all of this just a collective illusion neatly packaged by the media for instant consumption? We do not deny that many of the collaborations discussed have a strong foundation. Jungkook indeed has a working relationship with John Bellion. Charlie Puth has openly stated that he wants to work again with Jungkook. Calvin Klein is an official partner that has been ongoing since 2023. But when news about Doja Cat or Ariana Grande starts being treated as definite possibilities, even though there is not a single factual indication to support it, then we must be skeptical and start asking, who benefits from this narrative? Is this an indirect marketing strategy deliberately built to gauge market response? Or is it merely the manifestation of an overly enthusiastic fanbase that ends up creating its own narrative? Even further, is the media, including articles like this, unknowingly participating in shaping a false reality that the public accepts as fact? In a world where digital engagement becomes the main metric of success, speculation can be a more effective propaganda tool than official announcements. We must remember that not everything that goes viral reflects reality. And when the public accepts information just because it is seen too often, that's when the truth becomes blurry. Therefore, we invite readers to reflect on their position in the current information ecosystem. Are you reading this article to seek the truth, or merely to satisfy your emotional expectations of your idol? Do you truly believe that all these collaborations are happening behind the scenes, or are you simply following the narrative flow shaped by digital media? These questions are not intended to dismantle enthusiasm. On the contrary, this is an invitation to make fans critical and intelligent audiences. Because if we don't question the information we receive, we easily become part of a propaganda we don't even realize. We realize that the information we present is also not entirely free from unofficial sources. Some come from speculative forums, social media posts, and public interpretations that develop wildly. Therefore, it is important to emphasize, the truth of all these potential collaborations remains speculative and has not been thoroughly verified. We do not rule out the possibility that most of this information will prove true in the near future. But we also do not rule out the possibility that none of these projects will ever materialize. So the question is, how big is our role as readers in filtering, understanding, and responding to this kind of information critically and maturely? If you feel you have gained valuable information from this article, we thank you. However,